Hello there everyone, my name is Lullish and I'm here today to show you this 1 versus 1 map layout that I've been working on now for a couple of months. The title is Canal Pit and the theme of it is supposed to be set in some type of, obviously, canal or a water refinery plant. Don't even know if that's a legitimate term, but anyways, it's quite isolated in the middle of some type of jungle or forest that's pretty surrounded in foliage. The visuals are not done yet. They are getting there. It's mainly the layout that is done now, after I've said that about 10 million times before, and then I'll be sleeping. I'm like, holy crap, I forgot to do this, or I forgot to do that. I'm pretty satisfied with the layout, and I do believe it is done. And let me go down here to the game view, and I will show you around the map, rather than just this, bird's eye, top-down view. Here we are. It starts off in the middle. This is the middle area. You have your ramp that goes up this way or that way. Either way, obviously the arrows are good indicators of that. And then you have this one right here. This ramp is really good for map control because you can stage your units up here and up here, and if someone decides to be dumb and walks in the middle, unless you have these blocked off, then you have pretty much full view over them, whereas they don't of you unless you attack them or whatever. I believe that's how it works. Obviously I don't get around in game too much. I spend most of my time right here in this lovely map editor, which is what I normally do. So coming down here, we have the south side base. This is the main base. Like I said, the visuals are not done. I'm still experimenting with some texturing. Made this cool little helipad type of deal right here. It's just kind of a, hey, that'd be funny. I was toying around with some little light doodads. And it's your pretty standard 7 or 8 mineral layout and 2 Vespine geysers. This back door is pretty interesting though. How I used to have it was just dumb. So I had to really think about it and change how I wanted to make it. So you have your natural expand right back here, so you can go out just like this. It's really easily defended right here, and it's this natural expansion. And I wanted to make it so the enemy had to, if they wanted to break your back door, they would have access to your main, but they could also have access to your natural expansion as well, coming up from this little pathway. So this is like a 3-way stop, which I actually do have stop signs. Yes, it's kind of corny, but I thought it was funny. Which are actually destructible, might I add. But there's this 3-way stop sign, and it makes this level, or this area, this level, a little iffy. You might not want to break down these rocks at all. However, they do have an advantage if you do break them down, because if you're able to secure this ramp right here, or even this right here, you can have very fast, very quick access to your natural expansion, rather than having to come all the way down here and walk all the way around, which that's not really that far of a distance, but this is still a little bit quicker of a distance, and it's internal. So if you have, say, siege tanks or spine crawlers or photon cannons or any type of defensive mechanism up there, you can pretty much have a safe route into your expand rather than having your enemy's army standing right here and you kind of want to get over there, so that's not really going to happen. Your second expansion on the side is right here. It's fairly close to here, well, to your main, which obviously people don't read signs because it says do not enter clearly on it. I wanted this part right here to be kind of like where the foliage and the terrain actually transitioned into the man-made structuring. So this isn't done. This is just a little barrier real quick, for playing purposes. So I know, and whoever I'm playing with knows, that you kind of can't go fastest. Over here I'm probably going to have some weird structuring, some real good terrain design, but that's in the little near future, not too far, because that's what I'm trying to do right now. But it is your typical expansion. You have 2 Vespine geysers. I like the natural ones on grass and the man-made ones on, well, concrete. And these little guys kind of broke through the ground like a bunch of meanie heads. La la la. Anyways, back over here. Yep, this is pretty much a nice little expansion. You can put up some nice defenses right there or right there. Try to fend off anybody. It is a large ramp. So it's, well, it could be alright to wall off. Just not when you first build this because it's such a large area, whereas your normal one is not. The texturing I did on this ground, I'm pretty satisfied with. Ooh, I gotta fix that. I'm pretty satisfied with. I wanted to make it where it's got textures that actually look realistic, as in not just hodgepodge where I first started to do it way up here, where it's like, oh yeah, I got this, you know, concrete and these tiles shining through it. It's like, but those tiles aren't actually transparent in real life, so why are they kind of transparent in the game? Just didn't make sense to me. So what I did is I added these, and I decided to kind of make a semi-checkerboard pattern. I didn't really want to go too checkerboardy because I would just look a little ridiculous, so I skipped a whole row or column in between and just did every other one like that. And you got the dirt transition into there because no one knows how to use a broom and sweep anything up. Over here you got just your plain old concrete, bunch of cracks in it because this place is obviously abandoned. And this is a really interesting area I want to talk about, the Xel'Naga Towers. Not only do you have the grass in the front, sorry, you might be hearing my dogs in the background going in and out of their little annoying door, but I wanted to make it so in order to see if your enemy has a unit on this, you would actually have to have visual inside of this, whether it's by flying or by having somebody coming in and whatnot. So what these little guys are, these things, wait, there we go. Those are what are called invisible line of sight blockers. And it makes it so no matter if you're standing right here, or right here, or right here, you cannot see who is controlling the Xel'Naga Tower.